20 seconds there.
Christ, where is he? Fred, thank God you're here.
Okay, hold on to your horses.
15
I'm
seconds
here,
there.
let's go.
We're going on live in a few seconds.
Patch me in.
10 seconds.
You see the monitors, Fred?
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, let's go for a level.
5
Testing.
seconds.
1, 2.
Rough night, Fred.
Don't remind me.
Here we go. Quiet, please.
4 seconds there.
Although the following recording has been edited for home listening, certain portions pertinent to plot and character development may not be suitable for all family members. Therefore, if younger persons are currently listening, parents are advised to murder the little bastards, wring their scrawny necks, get them in a gut and rotate. That's right. Sucker punch them in the balls. I'm telling you, I hate a loser.
Cut the music.
Every time I see those snot-nosed
Cut the music.
Listen, you pencil-neck geeks, you've seen the rest. Now you're looking and hearing the best. Freddie Blassie, the Hollywood fashion plate of wrestling. You know, all the other pencil-neck geeks are so uncoordinated that they can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
Hey, Fred!
Yeah?
Hey, I'm a big fan of yours.
Well, that don't cut no ice with me, Jack. I'm Blassie.
Listen, Fred, whatever happened to the old gang? You know, like that dude, Dick Lane?
Where's Dick Lane? His language always sounded to me like a parrot caught in a garbage disposal.
And what about, Mike Mazurki?
And that Mike Mazurki, you know, he's got what I call bobsled looks. Going downhill fast.
Hey, you got any news for Mr. Moto?
And as far as you, Mr. Moto, you know it's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak up and remove all doubt.
Hey, Fred, what about this new guy?
I know for a fact that this pencil-neck geek, Andy Kaufman, has been a failure in everything since he was kicked out of school. First, he had a job as a garbage collector, but he was fired because he was always eating on a job. Then he lost his job as an elevator operator because he couldn't learn the route. Now he wants to become a wrestler. A wrestler of what? Midget women?
Hey, Fred,
Yeah?
what about these two twin devils?
To give you an idea of how dumb these two twin devils are, they were taking a walk when they met a priest who had his arm in a cast. So the number one twin devil asked the priest, "How did it happen?" The priest replied, "I slipped in the bathtub and broke it." The twin devils continued their walk, and the number two twin devil asked the number one twin devil, "What is a bathtub?" The number one twin devil answered, "How the hell do I know? I'm no Catholic."
Hey, Fred,
I hear you, brother.
say, you seen my old lady?
Oh,
Oh, she ain't that old. In fact, she just hit 30. The trouble is, it looked like she hit it going 60. Hey, Fred, tell me again about that Andy Kaufman.
You know, without a doubt, Andy Kaufman has to be one of the dumbest people in this earth. One time he was going fishing, so he went to a bait store and asked the clerk, "How much are worms?" The clerk said, "All you want for $1." Andy answered, "Okay, I'll take $2 worth." Shows you the mentality of that pencil-neck geek.
Hey, Fred?
Listen, geek, why don't you keep your mouth shut? Because the flies are looking for a home.
Well, I was just wondering if you got a match.
yeah, my fist in your face.
Oh!
Let him go. Eat fists, geeks.
Excuse me, not
Oh,
too shabby.
Christ.
Let me get a little out.
Where did he come from?
Excuse me, could we just...
Better sign off until next time, Fred.
Until then, good night, good luck, and good riddance.
We're here live at the Blassie Bar, and now, for your easy listening pleasure, here's Fred to take your requests.
I'd like to hear Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno Sammartino, I gotta tell you, this actually happened. You know, he and his cousin, they left
Philadelphia one time, and they were on their way to Pittsburgh, where Bruno Sammartino lives. And right on the outskirts of Philadelphia, as you left there's a big sign that says, clean restrooms. And by the time Bruno Sammartino and his cousin got to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, they cleaned 154 restrooms.
Fred, how about Rowdy Piper?
You know, I hate to mention about Roddy Piper that he's one of the dumbest pencil neck geeks ever. You know, he used to live on a lake in a houseboat, but it sunk. The reason it sunk was because he tried to build a basement under it.
Fred, how about a little more Andy Kaufman?
You know, I just want to tell you once again how dumb this stupid Andy Kaufman, the pencil neck geek, really is. They had a power failure in his hometown, and he was stuck on the escalator for hours until someone told him that he could walk off.
Fred, outside of wrestling, are you planning to give the people out here a chance to see you on the concert stage in the near future?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't begrudge the people out here or anything. You know, I mean, after all, I figure that it's no more than right for them to see the beautiful profile of Fred Blassie. And I'm going to leave me. This fella, this Elton John, and this Ding-a-ling Liberace. You know, Liberace copied his style from me, his clothes. When Liberace started out here, this is the truth, 1960. I was the first one to come out here with sequins and all these things like this. Liberace used to just wear tuxedos. You're listening to this here, Libby, old boy out there, how you ding-a-ling? Because I'm telling you. And what's it, Regis Philbin, who's a good friend of mine, and you people well know, asked Liberace one time. He said, you know, Lee, he said, Blassie says that you can run around and you were emulating him. And he said, but you know Freddie. Yeah, you know Freddie too, you pencil neck geek. You copied Freddie Blassie's style. And the same thing goes for this pencil neck geek Muhammad Ali. He says Gorgeous George. Gorgeous George wasn't even around. You punch-drunk Muhammad Ali, you former known as Cassius Clay. You were listening to Fred Blassie. He shows you what a dingling you are out there. You got to let a disturbance between your ears. So you listen now, the king is telling you, you call yourself the king. The king of what? I'm the original king, and I'm going to be the king of the history of all time, of all sports. Now, you listen to that, Cassius?
Awful pains around my chest are gone, thank heaven, writes Mrs. E.S. of Sacramento. Mrs. K says, my husband laid aside his back brace 3 days after using it, and Mrs. C.S. writes, I'm nearly over that awful pain.
I want to tell all you people just one thing. You know there's plenty of men around, but just one king. You can go through life acting mean and sassy, but you better play it cool when you come around Blassie. And that goes for all you women, living or dead. You best watch your step when you're messing with Fred. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My name is Blassie, King of Men. I don't beg for mercy, and I don't give none. If you're looking for trouble, I'll loan you some. So just step right up if you're itching for a fight. Next thing you know, pow, out go the lights. If you're lucky, you'll walk away like some kind of man. Otherwise, they'll tote you off in a garbage can. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My name is Blassie, King of Men. I went all around the world, and my heart was stirred when I found out that Blassie is a household word. In the slums of Japan, I saw a little pipsqueak called the neighborhood bully a pencil neck geek. Every time I pull into one of these new hick towns, there's always some loudmouth geek hanging around. Some guy lipping off about how he'll take care of Blassie, just like, yeah? Well, I'm warning all you geeks, and I ain't coming. You better start running. And don't stop for because when I catch up, I'm gonna mow you down. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My name is Blassie, King of Men. Yeah, you better before I'm through, I'm gonna be you. And when you're down there I'll stop, I'll squeeze your hips, I'll have your brains for that pencil neck will make you lunch. Because this is the end. My name is Blassie, King of Men.
Title, Freddie Blassie is the greatest. I'm afraid you didn't prove anything to me, Mr. Blassie. Well, I proved that I was the king in the ring tonight. That's enough for me. I'm going to the foulest foul. Just a minute. That was your opinion. You pencil neck geek, you're wearing glasses, and the thing that's wrong with you is you better have your eyes examined again when you start talking about foul tactics. I never used one foul tactic in a ring. All I used was scientific wrestling holds. That's your opinion. That's my opinion means much more to me than your opinion means to you, you pencil neck geek. I don't know anything about a thong match. I told you that last week, and I told you that before. So why should I defend my title in a thong match when I don't know anything about a thong match? I never wrestled a thong match. Those matches originated over in Japan, not here in the United States. I wrestle according to the rules here in the United States and Freddie Blassie's rules.
Brother, since when are you concerned with ethics?
Listen, Freddie Blassie is always concerned with ethics because until Freddie Blassie had the belt was at a very low level. But now that Freddie Blassie has the title has become something and means something. It's become elevated. It's gone right to the top where Freddie Blassie has brought the thing. The belt didn't bring Freddie Blassie to the top, but Freddie Blassie brought the title to the top. Just don't forget that, because Freddie Blassie had nothing but sex appeal and glamour to all those fans out there, and they know that. And the rest of these chicken liver promoters down here in Southern California and all over the world, because what are they trying to do? They're trying to take the title from Freddie Blassie the best way they know how, and that's by using underhanded methods. But they won't come up from above board like Freddie Blassie does. Let me tell you, everything Freddie Blassie. Don't go saying one of these days, like I said. These fans down here want me to say. I've got a few words to say, and that's what I came on here to say. I didn't come on here to listen to you talk because I get sick and tired of listening to your voice. And just like those fans out there on TV, they get sick and tired of hearing your voice. They want to hear the great Freddie Blassie because many, many times have I been told I've got a very good speaking voice. That's the reason why I've been appearing in a lot of these TV shows, and furthermore, I'm going to appear in quite a few movies. They say the king is dead, but the king is not dead because Freddie Blassie is living. And that goes in regards to everything. Wrestling, be it from the art of wrestling to the art of mayhem to the art of making love. Anything anybody else can do, Freddie Blassie can do 10 times better. And that's why all those pencil geeks out there are so envious of Freddie Blassie just like you are. All you pencil geeks out there are because you wouldn't rule over me. I never said anything about a thong match. As I was saying, yes, I would defend my title. You inserted those words and you said, in a thong match. And I said, yes, but I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it in a thong match. And you're not allowed to hold me to that thing because I made a statement I would defend the title, but not against a thong match.
What you made us, you said, okay. Ain't that right?
I said I would defend it, but I did not. Don't go agreeing with me, Councilman Geek, you. I said I would defend the title, but I did not say anything about a thong match, and he tricked me into it, and I'm going before the commission and see that the thing will be held up, and they cannot make me wrestle with the thong match.
Well, I'll make you another bet that you'll be in the ring with a thong on your wrist next Wednesday night. And I'll make you another bet that because of what you said in that ring tonight, your title will be at stake.
Yes, sir. That sounds just like that hyena area. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You think you're very smart. We'll see who's smart, you idiot, you. I made you what you were. I took you out of the gutter and raised you to the heights, to the greatest heights. But now what are you? You're low, lower than low. You're in the same category with this pencil neck geek right here.
The belt is up. The belt is up. You can have it at this. I'm sorry. Ring the telephone number. Richmond 95171. You can ring it right now. Richmond 95171. I'll see you.
Back when I was a kid, life was going swell. Till something happened. Blew everything to hell. That night my daddy stumbled in, all pale and weak. Said a woman up the block just gave birth to a geek. Mom said, sell it to the circus. What the heck? Dad said, nope, this one's a pencil neck. And if there's one thing lower than a sideshow freak, it's a gritty, scum-sucking pencil neck geek. You see, if you take a pencil that won't hold lead, looks like a pipe cleaner attached to a head. Add a buggy whip body with a brain that leaks, you got yourself a grit-eating pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking pea-head with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Soon the geeks were popping up all over town. You couldn't hardly sneeze without knocking one down. After a nice juicy steak, if you need a toothpick, just reach for a geek. They'll do the trick. One day we cut one up for fish bait. Learned our lesson just a little bit late. Soon as the geek hit the drink, the water turned red. Next day, sure enough, all the fish were dead. Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking pea-head with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. Most any night, you know where I can be found. Yeah, stomping some geek's head into the ground. So keep the faith, cause in Blassie you can trust. I won't give up till the last geek bites the dust. Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking pea-head with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. They say these geeks come a dime a dozen. I'm looking for the guy who's supplying the dimes. It's gonna be real hard times for all of these grit-eating, scum-sucking, boot-licking, drop-kicking, gut-grinding, nail-biting, glue-sniffing, scab-picking, butt-scratching, egg-hatching, sleazy, smelly, pepper-bellied, dirty, lousy, rotten, stinking freaks. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Okay.
Not too shabby, Mr. Blassie. Let's go for one more.
Hey, I'm Blassie.
Right, I realize that. I just thought perhaps we could improve on the...
You know something, engineer?
Yeah.
I've been wondering about you all afternoon.
Yeah.
Here it is, the middle of summer, and you're sitting there with that thick collar all the way up to your chin.
Yeah, I realize
I wonder. Gotcha. I know it. I know it. I know it. Hey, watch it. Fred.
Watch it, Fred. That deck holds 10,000 volts.
Plug you in and see how you like it.
No.
Let him go. Come on, geek. Boogie. Make that. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
We're back here live at the Blassie Bar, where Fred's longtime rival and opponent, Maniac John Tolos, has just stepped in.
Glad.
Yeah?
Freddie Blassie.
All right.
The great Freddie Blassie.
Well, now that you told everybody how great I am, is that all you've got to say?
Let me tell you something, my boy. The only way to spell wrestling, and you know it, my boy, is T-O-L-O-S. Just one moment. Let me say something. Let me tell you a little story about Blassie and a couple of his companions went on a fishing trip one day. You remember that, eh, pal? Blassie and a Hindu And the Jewish man went, and I don't know what they caught. They told me that they caught a lot of fish, but I doubt that very much because, you know, Blassie, there's no question about that.
Are you going to tell a joke or are you just going to stand there?
So
with
anyway,
your
they
mouth
came home and they dropped down. They ran out of gas, nowhere to go, so they look up the street and there's a farmhouse and they knock on the door and the farmer answers the door and the farmer said, yeah, can I help you? And Blassie says, look, we just broke down. We came back from a fishing trip.
Blassie's
and
cars
there's
never break
nowhere
down.
to
Always
go.
go the best.
Just one moment, please. Let me do
What are
my
you talking
talking.
about saying to people broke
Just-
down? A guy that buys 4 Cadillacs in 1 year, 4 Continentals in 1 year, he don't break down.
He broke down this time. I got news for you. He broke down because apparently maybe he didn't break down. Maybe that credit union came over and...
Listen,
the story. They knocked on a farmer's door. Farmer came out.
What's a farmer?
Farmer says, can I help you? And Blassie said, yeah, listen, we broke down and there's no place to sleep. Could you put us up? And the farmer said, yeah, 2 of you guys have to sleep upstairs and 1 sleeps in the barn. So the Jewish guy says, I'll sleep downstairs, and Blassie and the Hindu sleeps upstairs. A couple of minutes later, there's a knock on the door. We open the door, the Jewish guy. Blassie says, what's the matter? And the Jewish guy says, I can't sleep downstairs there. So Blassie says, why? He says, because there's a pig. My religion, pig, pork, I can't do it. So Blassie says, holy cow. So the Hindu says, hold it, just a minute. I'll go downstairs and I'll sleep there. And Blassie says, okay, I'll sleep with the Jewish guy. So the Hindu goes downstairs. A couple of minutes later, there's a knock on the door. Blassie opens the door. It's the Hindu. Jesus Christ, Blassie says. What the hell's going on? I'm tired and I want to sleep. And the Hindu says, just one moment. I can't sleep in the barn because there's a cow. Cow, religion, India. I can't do it. So Blassie's really blowing his top. Going crazy. And Blassie says, okay, Hindu, you sleep with the heat. I'll go downstairs. So Blassie goes downstairs. Couple minutes later, there's a knock on the door. The Hindu and the Jew open the door. It's the cow and the pig.
This guy got to take a shower. He spit all over me.
Listen, this guy's been in my hair too darn many times. The only way I'll sign, loser leaves town. But I want to get rid of you once and for all. And I know these people out here are dissatisfied the way you wrestle. They like to appreciate scientific wrestlers like Freddie Blassie. And that's the only way I'll wrestle you, that the loser packs up and gets out of this miserable town.
You say losers leave town?
That's right.
That's very good because I get family here and I cannot leave here and you have nothing to do. I'm going to get you out this time for real. And you bet you...
That'll be your main event tomorrow night in Long Beach, folks.
That's the one.
And the loser leaves town.
All right, loser leaves town. You understand that now? Yes, sir.
He better get his rice paddies packed because he's got a long trip ahead of him.
Back when I was a kid, I knew something was wrong. Folks said I was a bit too thin and my neck was too long. My dad tried to sell me to the circus one day, but the manager said I'd just drive all the people away. So as I grew up, I stayed inside, reading and munching grit, and I was satisfied. But I was always bothered every time I went out by a gig stomping, steak chomping, acephalous lout. Well, he looked like a Zeppelin, a real bag of gas with a big fat belly and a big fat head, a globular gibbon lumbering about, you repugnant acephalous lout. Acephalous lout roaming the street, stomping on the heads of all the geeks you meet. You filled all us geeks with rage and hate, and someday we're gonna retaliate. My brother got killed when you sneezed his way, and then my sister you used for a toothpick one day. Then you poisoned the lake with my cousin Dave. They were all so young to be sent to the grave. And then you tried to kill me with a 10,000 volt wire, but fortunately the only thing that happened was my socks caught on fire. But now I'm okay, and I've helped in the creation of the Anti-Fred Blassie Geeks Association. A cephalous lout roaming the street, stomping on the heads of all the geeks you meet. You filled all us geeks with rage and hate, and someday we're gonna retaliate. You see, our plan is to keep this song on the top 10 for weeks. 'Cause we can always count on the votes of the geeks, of course. We're all united, and this is our intention to make you die from terminal indigestion. The cephalous lout roaming the street, stomping on the heads of all the geeks you meet. You filled all us geeks with rage and hate, and someday we're gonna retaliate.
I've told you time and time again who was the world's greatest wrestler, and Freddie Blassie proved to you who was the world's greatest wrestler. And next week, this pencil neck destroyer, I'm not only, like I said before, I'm not only going to take his mask off, I'm going to take his head off. And if you were in the ring with him, the same thing would go for you. And the same thing goes for these idiot cameramen out there. All you idiots, keep that thing focused on me, because those people out there want to see Freddie Blassie. And like I said, the match is going to start at 7:30 sharp. And if you're not here at 7:30, because the thing will be over in about a minute or two after it starts, so you better be here on time, because there ain't going to be nothing left of that stinking destroyer next week, believe me.
Well, thank you, Elsa Maxwell. Mr. Blassie.
That's right, the world's heavyweight wrestling champion.
Well, Mr. Blassie, you've got
figure-
your work cut out for you.
Never
right
mind
now.
about tonight, you pencil
gonna
neck geek.
have a
I'm talking about Friday night.
I want to
You know,
talk
I'm
about
down my
tonight.
favorite stamping grounds down in San Diego Friday night, and I'm going to wrestle old blabbermouth Billy Borg. He keeps talking about being a king. Well, I've got news for him. The fans down in San Diego need to see the real king, and I'm going to annihilate that pencil neck geek down there Friday night in San Diego. Like I said before, that's my favorite stamping grounds, because that's where I drive the fellas underneath the mat.
Let me tell you something. First, you've got to get over a fella called Ricky Dos.
Don't tell me about tonight. I said about
Tonight?
Friday night in San Diego. You fans down in San Diego, you've got a great treat in store for you, because you're going to see me annihilate that pencil neck geek Billy Borg down there, and I'll prove once and for all who's the king of kings.
If you live through tonight.
Don't talk about tonight, you pencil neck geek. I'm not worrying about
I'm
tonight.
worrying about
That's
tonight.
the least of my worries.
You should be worrying.
All my life, I'm going to take this up to Worldwide Wrestling Association president, and I'm going to take it up to the commission. If that isn't far enough, I'm going to see my president, my great friend, President Kennedy, because this is the dirtiest trick that's ever been pulled. They signed me up for a 2 out of 3 solo match. It's supposed to be a 2-hour time limit, not a 30-minute time limit. Don't you tell those people they're doing tricks. Oh, Freddie Blassie is still a world heavyweight champion. Good night. And don't you forget.
I raised you to the heights, the greatest of heights. And now what are you? You're low. Lower than low.
You know, Blassie, I'm going to tell you something. You and I are
There's
right.
nothing you can tell me that I don't know already. That's right. Well, you're best when you're doing that.
You know, I don't want to, you know, I look at you. I
Snot
tell
up
you
one
what.
nose and blowing out the other nose.
I'm going to tell you one thing, my boy. I'm going to tell you one thing. It was a privilege wrestling you in the L.A. area. I guarantee you that one thing. Because you and I do the greatest houses in Los Angeles professional wrestling history. There's no question about that. And I'm talking about the Olympic, and I'm talking about the Coliseum, and I'm talking about every other jerk-off town in L.A., in California, in New York. Everywhere we went, we drew big money. So I got a little challenge for you,
Everybody
Blassie.
come out to see me.
Let
not
me,
you.
right, that's okay, but I got a little challenge for you. A real challenge, and I'm sure all these people around here want this challenge. Let's you and I do it again.
You and I, you put on a pair of tights, and I'll put on a pair of tights, and I'll do my corkscrew, I'll do my corkscrew, I'll do my corkscrew, I'll do my corkscrew, just you and me. No referee, nothing. Just you and me. We'll sell out the joint and made a better man win, Blassie. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Because I'll tell you one thing, man.
You're not going to tell me anything. And when you finish talking, I wish the hell you'd give me a towel. You spit all over me again.
That's all right. I always spit all over you. Because that's all you're good for, to be spit on.
How many times did I stop your
Let
head
me
through the
tell
mat?
you, brother.
Listen, Tolos.
That's why your left eye is blinking, man. Go ahead, tell him. Because I did it. I'm a little punchy, too. You gave me the punches. My little Adam's apple was in the back of my neck many times. I sucked my food through a straw many times because of you. I admit it. I admit it. But I gave it to you and I took it. So what do you say, guys? You and me. Go ahead. God damn it, Blassie. Just one minute. Do my shit. You always do my shit. Go ahead, call me an asshole. An asshole is useful. An asshole is useful. An asshole is useful. And let me tell you something. An asshole. At least not. Well, I'll spit again.